Today we are going to study about the reproduction in lower and higher animals. In that we are going to study about the embryonic development. In this, the zygote form as a result of syngamy is activated to divide. In that the first concept that we are going to study, that is known as the cleavage. What is the cleavage? It is the process of early mitotic division of zygote into a hollow multicellular blastula. In this, the cell formed by cleavage are called as the blastomere. There is no growth phase between the cleavages. The size of blastomere reduces, the metabolic rate increases. And these subsequent cleavages are thus faster than the earlier one. This requires rapid replication of DNA and high consumption of oxygen. Now, in this, let's see about the process of cleavage. In this process of cleavage, in human, the cleavage is holoblastic. That is, the whole zygote get divided. The cleavage plans may be longitudinal or meridional and equatorial or horizontal. It is radial and indeterminate. That is, fate of each blastomere is not predetermined. Now let's see about the detail about the process of cleavage. In this, the first cleavage in the zygote is meridional and occurs at about 30 hours after fertilization. It divides longitudinally into two blastomeres, one slightly larger than the other. The second cleavage is also longitudinal but at the right angle to the first one and occurs after 30 hours of first cleavage. The third cleavage is horizontal. After third cleavage, the embryo is in the egg cell stage towards the uterus. Next, by the end of 4th day after fertilization, embryo is a solid ball of 16 to 32 cells and externally looking like mulberry. This stage is thus called as the morula. I have already shown you the diagram of morula. The morula shows cells of two types: smaller, clearer cell towards the outer side and the inner cell mass of larger cells. Cells are compactly arranged. Till the formation of morula, the zona pellucida is retained around the embryo, and thus there is no change in overall size from zygote to morula. The morula reaches the isthmus and gains entry into the uterus by the end of the day 4. Now the next topic is there, so that is on the blastulation. Blastulation means what? In this blastulation, it is the process of formation of hollow and multicellular blastocyst. The embryo, that means blastocyst, that enters the uterus remains floating in uterine cavity for 2 to 4 days after its entry. That is till the end of the 7th day after its realization. The outer layer of cells seen in the morula now form the layer called trophoblast. Cells from the trophoblast begin to absorb the glycogen-rich uterine milk. The blastocyst doubles in size from 0.15 mm to 0.30 mm. With more fluid entering inside, the blastocyst cavity is formed. This outer cell become flat and are called trophoblast cells. These are very important for giving nutrition for developing embryo. The inner larger cells forms inner cell mass, or it is known as the embryoblast. That is, the embryo proper develops from the embryoblast. These remain attached to trophoblast on only one side. The trophoblast cells in contact with embryonal knob are called cells of Rober. At this stage, the blastocyst shows polarity. The side with inner cell mass is called as the embryonal end, and the side opposite to its embryonal end. By the end of the 7th day, the blastocyst is fully formed. It is now ready for implantation and gastrulation. The function of zona pellucida is to prevent the implantation of the embryo at an abnormal site. It does not expose the sticky and phagocytic trophoblastic cell till it reaches the implantation site, that is within the uterus. Hence, zona pellucida now ruptures. In that, now the next topic is related to the implantation. Implantation means what? The blastocyst, after its formation, gets implanted into endometrium of uterus. The process usually begins on the 7th day after fertilization, and by the day of 10th day, embryo is completed buried inside the endometrium. The embryo usually implants in the region of the fundus of uterus. In the process, the embryo attaches its cell by its embryonic pole close to the endometrium. The trophoblast cells of the animal pole have the power to stick to the uterine wall. Rapid division of trophoblast cells lying against the embryonal lobe takes place. It results in the formation of two distinct layers, that is syncytotrophoblast and cytotrophoblast. The outer layer, that is called as a syncytotrophoblast, is a syncytial, that is a layer of protoplasm with many nuclei. It gives out processes which extensively invade the endometrium. The lytic enzyme secreted by the trophoblast rupture the endometrial cells, thereby making a burrow into which the embryo begins to get implanted. By the end of the day, 10th day, the whole embryo is deeply embedded into the endometrium, completing the process of implantation. The inner layer of cells is called cytotrophoblast, the cell with defined membrane, since the cell retain their cell boundaries. Now the next topic, that is about gastrulation. The process of formation of gastrula from the blastula by inward migration of cells, it is called as a gastrulation. Gastrulation produces a 3-layered embryo. Gastrulation's second major phase of embryonic development adds more cells to the embryo, sort the cells into distinct cell layers. It is not birth, marriage or death, but gastrulation which is truly the most important time in your life, which is said by the scientist Lewis Wolpert in 1986. Now this gastrula, in this 3-layer stage of embryo is present. 3 layers are labeled as ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Here, this gastrulation, the important events which are taking place during the division of cells, that are first one, differentiation of blastomere, and the second one, morphogenetic movements. In that first one, differentiation of blastomere, formation of 3 germ layers. Second, morphogenetic movements, in that it starts on 8th day after fertilization. The free end of inner cell mass, called as the hypoblast, become flattened, start dividing and grows downward towards the blastocele. It is called as the endoderm. It grows within the blastocele and forms a sac called as a yolk sac. The remaining cell of inner cell mass in contact with cells of robber are called epiblast, that is known as a primary ectoderm. Both layers form a flat bilamellar embryonic disc. After formation of endoderm, the second layer to be differentiated is the ectoderm. Cells of epiblast divide and redivide and move in such a way that this cavity they enclose the embryonal disc. The pyramidal cells of the disc towards the amniotic cavity form the embryonal ectoderm. The roof of amniotic cavity is lined by amniogenic cells. Later these cells divide and redivide to form the amnion. Amnion is an extra embryonic membrane that surrounds and protects the embryo. As a result of all these changes, the bilaminar embryonic disc is positioned in between amniotic cavity and yolk sac. Actual gastrulation occurs about 15 days after fertilization, in which bilaminar embryonic disc is transformed into trilaminar embryonic disc. This transformation occurs by division, rearrangement and migration of cells of epiblast. It begins with formation of primitive streak, and shallow groove on surface is called as the primitive groove. This streak progresses from posterior to anterior end of the embryo. From site of a primitive streak, a third layer of cells called as the mesoderm extend between ectoderm and endoderm. Anterior end of primitive groove communicates with yolk sac by an aperture called as the blastopore. The embryonal disc now has differentiated into three layers: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. The further progress after gastrulation is called as the organogenesis.